Welcome to Faith Channel, nurturing, learning, and hearing.
Today we have a very special guest with us. He's the son of the late Bob Moore, a man who left an indelible mark on the Washington, D.C. community of Columbia Heights. Through his faith and his dedication to the community development, Mr. Moore created a legacy. Please welcome Anthony Moore. We're delighted to have you, Anthony. Let's start from the beginning. Can you tell us about your father's faith journey and how it influenced the work in Columbia Heights?
Oh, thank you for having me, Curtis. I definitely like to take every opportunity I can to keep my father's, I guess you want to say, mission and faith alive. His faith is ironic that it was kind of tied into the Martin Luther King values system, and to pouring into your community first before you pour into anything else. I think in 1989, I can recall one story that DCCH, which is Development Corporation of Columbia Heights, on 14th and Kenyon Street, he brought me out to a corner, and he was a visionary. A lot of people say that his vision, one of his, I think, superpowers was being a visionary. And he brought me on the corner of 14th and Kenyon Street, and he asked me, did I see it? 14th Street, if you don't know, was one of the areas in Columbia Heights that was destroyed by the 1968 riots of Martin Luther King assassination. And everything was burnt out. And he asked me, did I see it? And I see what? Did I see how economic development can fuel the community and the people within the community? So I think that was more faith driven, and people didn't really see it. And so he had to come up with creative ways to make that happen in real time, in real life, from '89 until the time he passed in 2014.
That's truly inspiring. Your father managed to bridge the gap between business development and job creation while focusing on limiting displacement. Can you share how he achieved this?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we could point out is the leadership of Columbia Heights. Before a shovel was put in the ground or before a crane was seen in Columbia Heights, he started these strategic planning conferences in Columbia Heights, bringing the community together and asking them what do they like to see and what would they want to see in their community that can benefit them, not only with purchasing power or supporting small businesses, but also being able to work and live and play where they live in the area of Columbia Heights. So I really think that that was one of his goals, to start to mobilize leadership within the community and having an open door policy to his office in Columbia Heights.
You know, and I know, community work is not the most glamorous thing that you can do.
Right.
Your father's faith, how do you think he influenced his approach to some of those challenges that you might experience during community development in urban communities?
You know, me witnessing it about being a son, but seeing it more hands-on when he walks down the street of 14th Street. He was a great listener, and he also can put it where the ghost can get it. Put the information where it was understandable. I can't pinpoint where did he. I think it was, he was blessed to have that, and it was a natural. He was a natural in meeting people where they are, and also lifting people up.
Off the record and on the record, your father was a great guy. He gave me my first speaking engagement as a nonprofit leader. He invested in me, so he saw something at the time that I didn't see. So, Anthony, with that, I want to thank you for sharing your insight. It's clear that your father's legacy continues to impact Columbia's Heights. As we wrap up, What message do you think your father would want to share with our listeners today?
One thing I can hear him saying, especially for those who are underserved in the underserved population, to not give out and to seek information and to seek those who are like-minded in leadership roles within the district, whether it's your local ANC, whether it's your local CDC, whether it's your local social service. I really think that mobilizing where you live and where you stay, or where you work, or where you play, can also benefit his mission. And his mission was always to empower the individual, whether it was the mom and pop store, whether it was the first-time home buyer, whether it was the person who was seeking a career in whatever path that he had knowledge about, to seek those people out in your community, and also stay faithful, that you can be the one to uplift your family and become financially stable within your own right and how you see fit.
Thank you, Anthony, for sharing your father's inspiring story. And to our listeners, let's remember the power of faith and action as demonstrated by Bob Moore's life. Until next time, keep the faith and keep making a difference.
We'd like to express our gratitude to our sponsors and donors for supporting the Faith Journey podcast. Thank you for tuning in. May you be blessed and continue to smile. Until we meet again.